Sarah Fergani with Kent's 5 News Now. Another hit and run in San Antonio, and this time a woman was killed. Police say she was hit possibly by several cars. This was the scene on the 410 Access Road near Military Drive on the west side around 1 this morning. Police took statements from witnesses who told officers they saw a SUV hit the woman. Investigators are still trying to figure out if she was crossing the road or if she may have jumped from a flyover onto the street when she was hit. Police are still searching for the driver responsible. The Bexar County Sheriff is explaining how a man who's just arrested got a hold of a gun and shot and killed himself. It all started Sunday when San Antonio police served a family violence warrant for 19-year-old Jesus Gonzalez around noon. Gonzalez was brought to the Bexar County Jail for processing. Sheriff Javier Salazar says deputies did a pat-down when Gonzalez arrived but did not find a gun. Instead of using a body scanner, deputies decided to strip search him. Minutes after he was arrested and booked at the jail, he pulled out a gun and shot himself. The sheriff says it happened in under 6 minutes.
The suspect produced a handgun from underneath the layers of clothing, probably in the crotch area, and then fires one gunshot and commits suicide there in the booking facility.
Salazar says the gun should not have made it into the jail, but he also pointed out SAPD failed to find the weapon initially. It is unclear if the arresting officers searched the suspect, but according to SAPD policy, it is required. For now, the deputy involved is on administrative leave, and it's still not clear if SAPD has taken similar action. A San Antonio fire cadet has been fired for allegedly choking a woman he met on the dating app Bumble. This is 24-year-old John Thomas Estrada. A woman told Chavano Park Police she knew him from middle school and then recently went out on a date with him. Police say that's when the woman told them Estrada choked her until she almost blacked out. Officials with the San Antonio Fire Department say Estrada's employment as a fire cadet was terminated when he was arrested. The mother of a San Antonio man who disappeared 18 years ago says she is not giving up on finding him as they mark another anniversary without him. She's hoping that someone who hears this story can help. On March 2nd, 2006, James Preston Davis walked out of his mom's Northeast Side home and was never seen or heard from. His mom, Angela Walden, who now lives in Alaska, says when James disappeared, she was broken and depressed, and to this day, she holds out hope for his return.
When he left the house that night, I never thought that I would never see my son again. I just want to know where he is. If he's gone, somebody please tell me. Let me go get him. Let me spiritually put him to rest.
The Italian Missing Children Institute created an age progression image, that's what you're looking at here, of what James Preston Davis would look like today at age 55. If you know anything about where he could be, call the San Antonio Police Missing Persons Unit at 210-207-7660. San Antonio police are now searching for a man who shot at an East Side house and then led to a standoff. It happened Sunday just before noon on Poinsetta near the Frost Bank Center. Police say it started with an argument between a man and his girlfriend, and then the man apparently pulled out a gun and started shooting. Police say they know who the suspect is, and when they find him, he could face aggravated assault charges. Super Tuesday is under 24 hours away. 15 states, including Texas and 1 U.S. territory, will vote, and there are a number of races to determine who represents their party in November's elections. Positions on the ballot include everything from president, U.S. Senate, Congress, down to local races. So here in our area, voters will choose who to represent them in their respective parties for Bexar County Sheriff, Tax Assessor, Collector, and several county commissioner seats. Republican voters will also notice 13 yes or no ballot questions. State party leaders say those are just opinion polls and will not result in any direct change. San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg is back in town after meeting with President Biden as he visited the border in Brownsville last week. The mayor is paying attention to the bipartisan border bill, which, if passed, would include funding for San Antonio. The mayor is concerned that federal money that helps with migrant care is running out.
Unless there's action on a border bill that will help address the issues of migration, we're going to have to look at how we solve the issue going forward.
Mayor Nurnberg says federal funding will allow the city to continue protecting public safety, maintain order, and treat migrants with basic dignity and humanity. For today's forecast, meteorologist Paul Mireles.
All right, Sarah, it's going to be a cloudy day today. Highs will be in the upper 70s, around 79, and this evening, temperatures mainly in the 60s with lots of clouds.
Nice day. That's Skins 5 News Now. I'm Sarah Forgani.